Oops. Hello friends, how are you doing? Day 968, coming a little bit late. But I wanted to come in today and share with you a little bit about the book that I'm currently reading from. That is called Wired That Way. And so it actually, it talks about the different personalities out there. And so there's actually a lot of different systems out there. Some of you may have heard, but the Myers-Briggs test, the DISC, the animals, the color code, true colors. There's some other ones as well, but this one's a little bit different. And so I'm going to share with you the 4 different personalities. I don't know if you've heard of these before. If not, when I first heard about this, it was very eye-opening. It helped me learn a lot about myself, but also about other people. And in turn, it actually helped me be able to interact with people in a lot more effective manner. And it allowed me to not be pissed off just because someone is different than me. Because if you think about it, how boring would the world be if we were all the same, right? And so if you're able to understand that, you know what? People are different and it's okay. Hopefully it makes your life and interactions with other people a lot more enjoyable. Okay, so what are the 4 personalities? Okay, so this one, okay, so there's 4 of them. So which one are you? I'd love to hear. Put it in the comments. And also, which one do you think I am? And actually, there's 4 different personalities, but typically we have a primary main personality and a secondary one, okay, which is not as predominant. Okay, and so the first one is called the sanguine. Okay, so their basic desire is to have fun. Okay, their emotional needs is to have attention, affection, approval, and acceptance. Okay, and how they try to control people or the situation is through their charm. Okay, the second one is the choleric. Okay, or choleric. Their basic desire is to have control. Their emotional needs is loyalty. They need people to be loyal to them. A sense of control, appreciation, credit for the work that they do. And how do they control others or the situation? By threat of anger. Okay, number 3 is the melancholy. Again, it's just the name of the personality. Doesn't mean it's the actual melancholy. However, the basic desire is to have perfection. Okay, the emotional needs is that they are sensitive, they need support, they need space, and they need silence. Okay, and they control by threats of their moods. Okay, they may be moody. And the last one, the 4th one, is called a phlegmatic. Okay, their basic desire is to have peace. They're the peacekeeper. Their emotional needs is to have peace and quiet, a feeling of worth, lack of stress, and respect. Okay, and they control by procrastination. And so after hearing the 4 different personalities, I'd love to hear which personalities or the blends of them are you, and which ones do you think I am, and which one's more predominant, and which one is the secondary. Because again, whatever personality you are, there's no right or wrong. It's just different. Just like every situation out there, or most of them anyways. Most situations, it's not right or wrong. It's just you can look at them differently. It's kind of like seeing, I remember seeing a meme. It talked about someone looking at a 6 and say, that's a 6. And someone on the other side sees it as a 9 and say, no, that's a 9. No, it's a 6. It's a 9, right? But they're just seeing the same thing from a different point of view. And hence, personalities, the way you are wired, will be very powerful in helping you understand that, you know what, just because someone thinks and sees something differently doesn't mean that they're wrong. It just means that it's different. And if you are able to become curious and hopefully try to understand the other person, hopefully you can have a conversation instead of an argument. And obviously this can be very powerful in romantic relationships. Because a lot of times communication, without clear communication, things break down. Okay, and so if you're able to communicate how you see something, and if the other person is mature enough to actually be willing to listen and want to listen, hopefully you can have a great discussion. Okay, but obviously there's so many different ways we can get into it. But it's more of a conversation I like to have in like a small group setting or one-to-one even. I always found it very, very fun in at a if you will, a group setting or party to bring this stuff up, and people are always fascinated. Hey, what am I? What am I? And you know, the interesting thing is I learned this over 20 years ago, over 2 decades. And throughout the years, I've had many interactions with people. And so a lot of times within the first, say, 10, 15 minutes, usually I can get an idea of which personality somebody is. But obviously, the more interactions I get with somebody, the better guess I will be able to have. And so, like I said, though, it's very, very interesting because, again, it's about people. And people are fascinating once you start to actually learn about them. Anyways, that's all I wanted to share today. And, I encourage you, this is just one book. Like I said, there's so many different systems out there when it comes to personalities. But have fun with it. If you're going to take tests, the one thing I caution you is that don't put yourself in a box or don't put others in a box. Okay? A lot of times when people take these tests, like for example the Myers-Briggs, more often than not, people don't understand themselves very well. So when they answer questions, it's actually not entirely accurate, and so it spits out an answer that may not necessarily be very accurate. So just a warning, okay? But anyways, hope you're doing all amazing. I just want to come in and share something I think is very powerful to learn and to understand. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.